Hi, my name's Dan and I'm an old grumpy gamer. Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going through an experience that I had around about 7 or 8 hours into my return to Grand Theft Auto Online after a 2.5 year hiatus. A similar experience was had by MrBossFTW a little while ago, involving griefers around car shows and griefers in general. So let's start out by taking a quick look at his experience.
But this is the first time in which I had done something like this in a public lobby. And it was just a really good time. I was taking photos with people, other people were running around shooting off fireworks. We did get one user that wasn't exactly happy with us doing a car show, and they took it about themselves to go ahead and blow everyone up. We're actually lucky it lasted as long as it did, and so it looks like that location was compromised. Now, I was hoping that this person would just kind of be like a one and done kind of thing, where they would blow everyone up, yay, they got their bad sport, and then they're going to move on. So what I tried to do from there was actually organize another car meet. I ended up deciding on the Playboy Mansion. So we ended up not staying at the Playboy Mansion for long. It just wasn't the right location. And we ended up moving back to the golf course. And as I'm checking it out, boom, you can see we get obliterated.
So after that, MrBossFTW goes through the casualty list and ends up naming 8 other players that got completely wiped out by that orbital cannon. And 8 prestige cars, which I hope were insured, all got wiped out as well. Which brings me to my experience. Now, at this point, I've been away from GTA Online for a couple of years at least, and I'd been playing in total for about 7 or 8 hours, and with this character for around about 2, so it was quite low level. I basically had my free car and that was it. But I just got out of the racing mode where I was doing some of the stunt sessions with a few other players, which was great fun, when I saw this message pop up on screen. That's Drifter 12233 announcing to everyone, car show at LSC, any car. Now, I'm a spanking new player. The only thing I've got is the simple, slightly modified car that Simeon essentially gave me from my first character at the start of the game. So to see a notice like that, where anyone's welcome, not just the prestige cars, is absolutely fantastic and is everything that I was hoping for when diving back into this community. So as I'm making my way up to LSC, I hear something in the distance. And next thing I see, again another message from Drifter 12233. Nice, we have a griefer. So as I make my way around the corner and quite poorly into the Los Santos Customs car park, I'm met with just carnage, if you'll excuse the pun. There's about half a dozen cars here, all on fire. Someone's had a good crack at them, but I see that typical Lord 7744 has decided to call a car meet again and give it another try. So I quickly zip in, get my car repaired because I did take a bit of a beating on the way over. I'm still not a great driver with some of these newer cars. As soon as I've done the repair, I roll back out and line up for the next car show. So once I've got myself all squared away, got myself parked and lights all ready to go, I drop the lid after I've finished with Lester and then hop out of the vehicle and wait to see who else arrives. So after a few moments, the player Drifter 12233 rolls in. That's the player that called the original car meet before, the car show before. After a few moments of admiring his vehicle, I take a quick wander off and check the map to see if any other players are rolling in. And while we're minding our own business there, this happens. As you can see, PvP is not really my strong suit, so I didn't last too long. Not that you can really defend yourself too much against a homing missile. Now, he's off, he's had some fun, and he's ruined everyone's afternoon. And you think that would be enough to keep him satisfied, but no. 25 minutes later, I was driving around Los Santos, having just purchased my first garage. I've grabbed myself quite a nice little V8, and then this happens while I'm sitting there minding my own business. that's the same fella that was at the car show earlier that day, and completely unprovoked, while I was essentially paused, I'd actually tabbed off the screen so it wasn't monitoring the screen itself, and it would have had AFK above my head, and away he went. Now before you dive into the comments, start calling me a snowflake and whinging that I don't understand what the game is about, I get it. I genuinely do. PvP is a really important part of this game. Griefing, while it's a pain in the backside, is a part of the game as much as racing and heists. I get it, I genuinely do. But what's happened here is essentially a senior college student has been picking on a grade schooler. It's just not in the spirit. And yes, while I'm a grown-ass man playing games in my spare time because I can, I'm still very, very new at this component to the game. And after a long hiatus, it's not a super awesome introduction. Now that said, I was playing for well over 2.5 hours in this session and had an absolute blast. I got to do some racing, I got to be there at least the very start of a show, which could have been awesome, and I genuinely had a ball. This two small incidents, I suppose, were a minor hiccup in an otherwise awesome session, and has genuinely otherwise been a fantastic reintroduction to this game after well over 2.5 years off. So the question is, what are your griefer stories? How was your reintroduction or introduction to Grand Theft Auto Online to start with, and were you picked on or targeted by senior players as a junior? Please leave your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, it's been an absolute pleasure having you. If you like what you've seen, click that like button below, it'll really help us out. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that notification and that subscribe button. Thank you, we'll see you in the next video.